NFL 23. And we'll see Jahan Dotson. He's been a production machine with a 1,200-yard season thus far. It's the Commanders and the Eagles, and it's coming right up on Madden NFL 23.
It's a pretty frigid December day in our nation's capital. We got our space heaters on full blast up in the booth at FedEx Field. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, week 16, and we've got a good one in store between our visitors and the Washington Commanders. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
So here are the Commanders making their way out.
Leading them out is their quarterback, the former 12th overall pick. Some refer to him as the natural, Deshaun Watson.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Hassan Reddick in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Another try after the first down sack. Watson
certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Hassan Reddick, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taken from just outside the 30. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Eagles will have... First and 10. Throwing now is Lance. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Lance now on first down. And this is caught. It's Brown. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Devontae Smith with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Eagles will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now these two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Watson. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Watson looks to throw again. And a dump off here to Robinson. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. Watson down to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Got a man. It's De'Ami Brown, complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 28. They run over center with Collins. Oh, he shifts past him. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality. And
oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And it's picked up by the Eagles. He's at the 50. The 30, 10, 5, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. Elliott now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
Watson on first down.
He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Throwing again on second down. Watson firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Here's Watson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you're really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Watson.
And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. 21-0 our score after 1.
Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's 1. Of the football.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make the... He's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Lance now on 1st down. Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Here's Lance to throw it.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Eagles are able to add on to their first half lead.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. To throw is Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Hassan Reddick. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Here comes the blitz as they look to throw.
And that is incomplete. Boy, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way to the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're...
He's got a man complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion left.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Eagles open the lead up to 34-0.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the route is on here in this first half.
In today's NFL, you know, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but There's still something about a guy slinging one downfield. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
On 1st and 10, Watson.
Going to be caught downfield by Dotson.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, this is Collins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Washington on 3rd down.
2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
A good start to the drive. That's caught out on the left side. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Lance now to throw.
Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Got a man. It's Brown. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Lance.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Lance looks to throw again.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Evan Ingram, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Eagles have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low pop.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Watson able to find Higgins. Touchdown, Washington.
T. Higgins,
49 yards.
And the Commanders are able to claw one back. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
And out come the Eagles. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Shotgun now for Lance.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
Devontae Smith
With his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game.
And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
The onside kick recovered by the Commanders.
On first down, Watson.
That's to the tight end, Colby Parkinson.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now.
And this a 39-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through.
And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
On the double.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
Ready?
Now a play fake. Lance. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
And that's caught inside the 35. So we've reached halftime here, and it.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Play action. Now it's Lance. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
And got his man complete.
And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
It's a big play there for the Eagles. 63 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
On play action, Lance.
On the move to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
And Lance going to throw. And, oh, that would get a wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
To throw, it's Lance.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Evan Ingram, 27 yards.
And the Eagles extend their lead yet again.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
The onside kick recorded by Washington.
Robinson up the middle.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the 3rd quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Hassan Reddick, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Working from the gun, Lance. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown.
And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. This one into the hands of Ingram downfield.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
On 1st down, Lance. He targets Ingram for another grab.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Evan Ingram from 21 yards away.
The Eagles just continue to roll.
Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Well, now how about this return? He's to midfield. Still going past the 30. And he will score.
Touchdown, Washington.
Still down very big on the scoreboard, but a little feather in their cap here.
And it's a big-time play, and if you don't get energized after a kick return, well, then your team just doesn't have any spark. We'll find out if this is the start of a big comeback or just cosmetics as we go along.
So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
Lance now on first down.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Throwing on second and long. Lance. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 73 yards.
But I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw.
Here's Lance to throw it.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, a 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Eagles get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
The onside kick recovered by the Commanders.
Here's a first down run with Collins. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up second and 12. At the 44-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Watson. This will be caught by Brown.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Robinson will try to pick it up.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now.
From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and they will remain well behind. Boy, 4th and 2, this crowd was urging them to go for it, certainly. Instead, they settle for the field goal try, and then they come up with nothing.
Brandon, yeah, football coach won't let the crowd dictate how he calls a football game. He stuck to his guns. But after the miss, now there's 70,000 coaches in the stands thinking,
got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown! A big play there. 57 yards.
And the Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming.
Coming out of the gun, Collins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson.
That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end.
And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. Back now at FedEx Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And they will remain well behind. So another long try for 3 and another kick that comes up lacking.
Yeah, this isn't going to do any wonders for his field goal percentage. But you have to figure as a head coach that when you send a guy out there to try and kick from that distance, it's a 50-50 proposition at best.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Off of play action, here's Lance. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
He finds his man, complete. It's Hartman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance.
This is caught. Touchdown, Eagles.
Devontae Smith.
29 yards.
And the Eagles are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
Elliott good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Oh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
Watson on 1st down.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
To throw is Watson.
He'll get that complete to Parkinson.
And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Here's Tressway now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Wide receiver A.J. Brown. You see he and the rest of his mates returning to the field here.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought.
Lance now on first down.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
A.J. Brown, 27 yards. And the Eagles extend their fourth quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign.
Elliott good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On first down, Watson. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw, Watson.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Again, it's Watson. Got him in. It's Brown.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Washington on third down.
They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
Eagles offense and A.J. Brown headed back out there.
What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdowns.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. In motion, the tight end.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
Looking here for Smith downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for the touchdown.
Devontae Smith.
79 yards.
And the Eagles add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory.
Elliott good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Oh, this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number...
That his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Eagles are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
On play action, Lance. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Now a play fake. Lance. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
And got his man complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Elliott on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
The onside kick recovered by Washington.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And my goodness, another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
In motion comes the tight end left.
Throwing now is Lance. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
After the interception, here's Watson. And now here is another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Airing it out deep for Smith. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
It's a big play there for the Eagles. 53 yards.
Here we go, Zach.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there.
And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend because now it's elite athletes playing that position, not just the big guys who can block. How about his ability to get downfield and make plays against any defense?
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
First down, it's Watson.
Out route, and it's complete to Brown.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. On 1st and 10, Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Eagles are going to have it here just past the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
38. Black shot. Smash, red.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. On 1st down, Lance.
And it's caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Lance going to sneak it.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Elliott now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays.
And it was Trey Lance taking it in himself to cap the drive with a touchdown run. And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
And he brings this one all the way back. So definitely good for the individual stats. Maybe not for our storyline, but he's in for the late score.
Sly on for the extra point.
And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points.
Takes it at the 7. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Watch out now, 50 Fury.
And the tight end goes in motion left.
Lance now on 1st down.
Airing it out deep for Smith. It got his man complete. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Lance looking to throw it.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the 4th, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson. And now here is another interception. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
Again with a juke. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. One last throw here for Watson. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for our visitors, it's another win for them. And you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll try to turn it around.